Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to ForgottenWeapons.com. I'm Ian McCollum, and I am very excited today to announce the coolest shooting match of all of next year, and that is Moons Out, Goons Out 2024, taking place March 22 through 24, 2024. This is an all-night rifle shooting match. This is specifically a match for those of you guys who have put together really sweet night fighting kits on your rifles and then found that you don't really have anywhere to go use them much, certainly not competitively. This is not, by the way, a good first match if you have not shot a competitive match in the past. But if you have, if you're familiar with competitive shooting and you want to try your hand doing it at night with your nods, I'm your Huckleberry. We have two equipment divisions for the match. They are active and passive. So nobody is allowed to use white light during the match. Active means that you are using active infrared sources, so infrared light, infrared laser. If you're in passive division, you are not allowed to emit any infrared or white light, of course, from your rifle or aiming devices. If you want to shoot with thermal, more than welcome to. I think thermal is extremely cool. Thermal is part of the passive division, and I will point out we do not have heated targets. Targets are going to be ambient temperature. I've had extremely good luck shooting in this facility at this time of year with a thermal, so if you want to try it, absolutely, I encourage you to go for it. But targets will not be heated. This is a long gun match, so it's open to rifles and PCCs. We do have caliber restrictions. Minimum caliber is 9x19 millimeter. Maximum caliber for supersonic ammunition is intermediate rifle. So 7.62x39, 5.56, 5.45, those calibers are all fine. 8mm Kurtz is fine if you want to bring that. Or anything subsonic. So if you want to bring 8.6 Blackout, or if you want to shoot a subsonic version of any other rifle cartridge, that's all good to go as well. In terms of accessories, we don't care. You can put whatever you want on your rifle. The divisional requirements are only as previously stipulated with active versus passive. So bipods are fine, suppressors are fine. You can have as many different optics on the rifle as you want. None of that makes any difference to us. Machine guns are also permitted by the Echo Valley Training Center. So if you want to bring a machine gun, you know the protocols for traveling with it, transporting it, but at the match, you're good to go. The match consists of 8 stages. You shoot 4 the first night and 4 the second night. Par times are either 180 or 240 seconds per stage. We have a variety of different styles of stage. So some are on flat range bays, some are in natural terrain. There will definitely be physical exertion involved, weights, strenuous physical activities, that sort of thing, without going into too much detail and spoilers. Ranges vary from at the very closest, inside a shoot house, very close range, out to a maximum of about 100 yards. Most of our targets, virtually all of our targets, are going to be full-size silhouettes. The 100-yard range does use reduced size silhouette, so that's going to be a little more of a marksmanship challenge than it would normally be at 100 meters, 100 yards. We also very deliberately included elements to these stages that are things that are unique to the nighttime shooting experience. So you should be prepared to be able to differentiate between shoot and no-shoot targets, however that may be portrayed, both at close range and longer range. You should be prepared to be able to read information in the dark using either active or passive means, whatever division you're in, that sort of thing. We also have some really fun elements in the stages. We've got one stage that's shot from the back of a moving vehicle. We have one stage with flashbangs. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have a bunch of factors in play here to ensure that Moons Out, Goons Out is a totally safe event. Starting with the fact that we have a range officer crew that is experienced with this sort of thing. Our range officers are coming predominantly from the One Shepherd Leadership Training Institute. They do a bunch of military training events, including ones at night under night vision equipment. So they have the experience working with groups of people under night vision to begin with. This is also the same group of people who were the range officers for Midnight Brutality 2023, that match. So they have taken their existing night vision experience, they have added to it the experience of actually running a competitive match in the dark at night. And they're a fantastic group of people. They also know, well, we're holding the range at the Echo Valley Training Center again. That is their home range. They know that facility very well because they work there all the time. So first off, we've got that. Secondly, we have enough range officers that shooters will not be taking part in any target reset, target maintenance, stage maintenance, none of that. Shooters will all remain completely behind the firing line at all times when they're not actually shooting. So that's a two for, first off, it makes the event safer, and secondly, everybody hates having to reset stages when you're a paying competitor. So we're not going to ask you to do any reset of any kind. Unfortunately, the downside to this is we can't allow you to have your buddy up on the line with you, running down the range with you, filming you. People are welcome to film their own runs, but that has to be done with self-worn cameras. If you want to wear a GoPro, record something through your nods, absolutely cool, great with it. It's fun footage to have, but you're not allowed to have your buddy up there on the line with you to film you. So apologize, but this is a safety consideration we have to take. The match is taking place over the course of 2 nights, which is then 3 days. It will begin Friday, March 22nd. It will end Sunday, March 24th. So we'll be shooting Friday night to Saturday morning. We'll be shooting Saturday night to Sunday morning. The match then concludes Sunday morning at daybreak with an awards ceremony. The match is taking place at the Echo Valley Training Center. That's outside of Winchester, Virginia, very appropriately. There is camping available on site if you want it, but I will caution you that it is going to be quite cold. Temperatures are expected to be in the 20s and 30s at night, Fahrenheit, and probably in the 40s during the day. So if you want to camp out in that, more power to you. It is available. If you do not want to camp out in that, you can look for other lodging, Airbnb, and hotels in the Winchester, Virginia area. The closest airport for folks who want to fly in is Dulles. Despite sounding like it's in Washington, D.C., the Dulles International Airport is in fact in Virginia. So you can fly in with guns based on Virginia's laws. You do not ever have to cross into Washington, D.C. and deal with their gun laws. So it's actually not that, it's a pretty easy airport to fly into. And if you're coming from a ways away, that's certainly a valid option for you. Ticket price for Goons Out 2024 is $300 per person. We put a bunch of work into trying to keep the match as affordable as possible without sacrificing the experience, and I think we've come to a pretty good balance on it. I should point out we also do have a pretty sweet prize table that will be part of our Sunday morning award ceremony. Everyone will get a shot at the prize table. There will be enough prizes that everyone will get something, and I think the majority of people will end up with a prize in excess of the $300 cost of their ticket. So we've got some really cool sponsors lined up. Last year we had an amazing prize table. There were people, I mean, I can't guarantee what we'll have this year, but last year we had a $6,500 thermal scope on the prize table that someone walked home with. So my hope is that on average, the value of the prizes exceeds the cost of the ticket anyway. Now, we recognize that $300 is still a fairly pricey sum for a match entrance fee, and there are, of course, other nighttime events that are out there, some of them for quite a lot less money. The difference, I think, is that this is a match that is designed fundamentally around night vision and its applications. This isn't an IPSC match that's been done, that's just been relocated to vague twilight, you know, after the range closes. This isn't, well, this is a match that has no white light allowed, so there's going to be no one running around with flashlights to destroy your night vision. We have, I think, the full experience, and I think it's well worth it, especially combined with the prize table that we're going to have for the match. So hopefully I will see you there. I think the most important thing is we're going to have a tremendous amount of fun. The people who show up here are a really great bunch. This is about self-improvement. It is competitive, but it is also competitive primarily in you against yourself. How well can you do with your own kit and skills, and perhaps what do you need to do to improve one or both of those things in the future? There aren't a lot of opportunities to do really serious nighttime competitive shooting, and I'm really excited to offer this experience of that. So hopefully we will see you there outside of Winchester, Virginia, March 22 to 24. Match practice score page is open and live right now. You can check it out in the description text below. I know we're several months early. We want to give everyone plenty of time to plan things out on their calendars. So check it out, sign up, and we'll see you there.